Well, hi, my name is Emily, and I'm an environmental conservation and sustainability major going into my sophomore year. I'm also co-founder of Great Water. Great Water is our project for this grant, focusing on a sustainable way to replace the freshwater in toilets with gray water. Here you can see our original product designs. We started the summer seed grant right after school ended, following up our presentation in the Holloway competition finals. While we had gotten very far as freshmen, we realized we needed more real-world experience. We had had great success in the Social Venture Innovation Challenge, the Undergraduate Research Conference, and Holloway, but we had good presentation skills and we didn't have the product or the market research to back us up. And it did hit us hard in the Holloway finals. So we decided to use our time in the summer seed grant to patch those holes. And because there are two of us working on this project, we were able to divide and conquer. While my partner Nate worked on building the prototype, I was able to focus my full attention on market research and doing customer discovery. And now, after finishing the summer seed grant, my three biggest takeaways are these. I learned a lot through this program, and with many roadblocks and redirections along the way, I'm glad to have just been able to take part in it. My first takeaway was that the numbers show significance. We simply needed more customer data to back up our need for our product. During school, we had a rough survey with about 90 responses from students and parents in New Hampshire. And while 90 is a decent number, this didn't tell us anything about our customer segments, and many of the questions were leading. So I decided to reconstruct the survey entirely, and using Facebook, door-to-door interactions, and even business cards, I was able to get 152 responses in a month. This survey gave us a lot of good statistical data, but I wanted something a little bit more open-ended as well, to let customers explain exactly what their problems are and what they wanted to solve them. And while I was on the West Coast, I was able to do 26 in-person interviews with homeowners from Nevada, Arizona, California, and New Mexico. All this data gave us amazing insight moving forward that I will touch on in the coming slides. Addressing our customer segments, I focused most of the surveys and interviews on the West Coast, specifically the 4 states mentioned before, because those are the ones with the worst water scarcity. I also made sure to get responses from primarily homeowners who are more apt to make investments in their home. In doing this, I was able to find that a need for our product is much stronger in the Southwest, agreeing with many of the problems we look to solve. This is a big difference from our responses from our first survey done in New Hampshire, where many people weren't aware of the issue of water scarcity or didn't see it as an issue for themselves. This goes to show that a wide variety of responses can give more accurate data. Beyond numbers, the second big takeaway was to let the market tell you how to market. So we can target our specific problems, making it more personal to the consumer. Part of the summer seed grant was the use of resources, including an online course, which stressed the importance of not talking to the consumer about your idea, but seeing what they wanted with no mention of your project. If they really want your product, then they'll tell you before you even suggest it, which I actually got to see in action. The final question I gave homeowners on my interview was, what would you like to see in the future of water-saving technology? And with any response imaginable, no leading questions prior, I got these statements. And this is evidence of people, some of which have no knowledge of gray water, actually supporting our idea. In some more interview feedback, when asked about the struggles of saving water or being sustainable, people were clear that they didn't want something that was going to make their life harder or to affect their daily quality of life. This is really important when we can market our product as being completely unintrusive after installation. You don't have to watch what goes down your sink or cut down your water usage if you know it's going to be reused. And when 65% of people are worried about rising water prices, we can advertise our cost-cutting product in a way to show the consumer we are not just saving them money, but preparing them for policy changes, rising water prices, and water restrictions. Our product could stop them from moving up a water tier, could save their wastewater costs, and may even give them a rebate on their home. Marketing this benefit is a big key to investment. The final takeaway is that demand should influence design. We need to design the system the customer wants, not the one we think they need. With a new product, people need 3 things: simplicity, low cost, and trust. People aren't going to invest in an expensive, complicated technology that they've never heard of, which was our original design. But now we've completely restructured our design to meet the market needs. I'll pass this part on to Nate to tell you more. And finally, I would just like to say thank you to the Summer Seed Grant sponsors, Pierce Atwood, my partner Nate, and our mentor Todd. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and we are excited to keep moving forward with this idea.